Okay, so we're going to use Tizzy's First Tools, Level 3, Present, to create a presentation about e-safety. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a background for my presentation. To do that, I'm going to use this tool here that says Layouts, and I'm going to choose this one. Okay, looks a bit like a binder. So once I've done that, what I've got to do now is we've got a bank of images in the pictures folder. So I click on the pictures folder up here, which brings up a bank of images. So these are lots of different images that we could use in our presentation. And we've put the images in e-safety here. So if you click on e-safety, you'll notice that we've got a bank of images, and these images you should recognize from the Brain Pop video that you've just watched. And what you've got to do here is we've got to write the 5 rules within our presentation that we must try and stick to when we are using the internet. So at the top here, in this top bar, I'm going to write E. That's a capital E. Remember, to do capitals, we use the Shift key on our keyboard. We keep hold of that button, and then you press the key that you want to make into a capital. So in this example, the letter E. So Shift and E, and then I'm going to use a takeaway sign, which we call a hyphen. And to do a hyphen, that's this button here. So E, and then I'm going to write the word safety, e-safety, because that's what we're learning about, safety on the internet. So once I've written that, I've got my pictures here in my picture bank, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look very carefully to find rule 1. There it is, and I'm just going to click on that, keep hold of my mouse button, and drag it onto my screen like that. So that is rule 1. Keep your identity a secret. Now what you've got to do is you've got to find the picture that goes with that rule. So if I scroll down here, I think you'll notice that it's this one. And drag that onto my screen. So e-safety, rule 1, keep your identity a secret. Now that screen's done, so I need to go on to rule 2. So to go on to the next page, the next slide, we're just going to use these arrows at the top. Press on this arrow, and it'll go to the next blank slide. If I use this one, you can see that this slide is still there. Let's click on that to go to your next slide, and again, we're going to click on the top, do our e-safety text, get rule 2 from the picture menu, and click on rule 2 and drag that rule into your presentation. Don't talk to strangers is rule 2. Now then, which picture could that be? I think it's this one. There we go. Don't talk to strangers. So then I'm going to go on to my next slide, and I'm going to do the same again. So e-safety. Oops. If you make a mistake of writing at the top, you need to put your red line after the mistake that you've made. You can see I've done a capital here. Press backspace on your keyboard, which is this button here, and that will delete that letter, and I can change it. So rule 3, protect your password, and I know that that one's that picture there, like that. Okay, so you carry on doing that until you've got all of your slides finished, all 5 rules on there. And then I'm going to go back to the start. And once you've got all of your 5 rules, I want you to record your voice saying these rules. Okay? Now to do that, we need to use one of these buttons at the top. So which one do you think it is? That's right, it's this button. This button is called the record button. So when I press that button, it pops up with the record sound screen. And then all I have to do is make sure that I've got some headphones on with a microphone, which I have. And then I just press the red button here, and then I start speaking as soon as I press that red button. And I'm going to speak the rules. So, keep your identity a secret. And then I press stop when it's finished, like that. And then I can check that sound by pressing play. And I can hear that sound. It's saying, keep your identity a secret. And you're going to do that for all of the screens, all of your 5 rules within your presentation.